like a vampire.
Yep, totes.
Ha 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 ha. Hi, hi. Yeah.
All right. Hi everybody, welcome back to our kitchen. Got Clark and Winifred here with
Not
me.
Rain today.
No, not Rain today. Say hi guys.
Hi.
Rain and I actually tried to make a video yesterday of a craft using a toilet paper roll, and the craft worked out really well, but
The step did not.
well, the phone stopped recording, so it didn't really work. So we'll have to do that one again because it was a lot of fun and it was really easy and it worked really well. But that's not what we're doing today. Today we are going to make some bread, but not just any kind of bread. Do you remember what kind of bread we're making?
Non-something bread.
Yeah, non-something bread. Clark, do you remember what it's called?
Oh, I remember.
Unleavened bread.
Unleavened bread.
Yes, and do you remember why we're making unleavened bread?
No.
What did I say started yesterday? Passover.
So we're making unleavened bread is dry bread, which is what they had.
Exactly, it's what they had, and so you can read about that in Exodus,
No.
the book of Exodus, the second book of the Bible, where it talks about Egypt and Moses, and them leaving Egypt
And then
and
Jesus
chilling in the
died on
desert
the
for a few
cross.
years. Well, that yes.
Well, he had the bread before. He went to the cross.
That's right. But that happens all the way in the New Testament.
Whatever.
But you're right. Yeah, they're both about. They're both.
Pretty much about Passover.
They both happen at Passover. That's right. And so we are going to show you a really easy way to make unleavened bread, because we are going to do something as a family and as a church on Friday. Because Friday is. Because Friday, yeah, it's super simple. Friday's Bad Friday, right?
Bad Friday?
Is that what it's called? Bad Friday?
No.
What's it called?
Good Friday.
Oh, Good Friday.
Not bad.
That's right. And so I've been planning something and working on something for everybody to do together with their families at home. And part of it is with unleavened bread. And then we're going to do a video for Friday.
Passover.
We're going to show them some of the things that we're going to do. Sound good?
Yep.
Okay, so let's jump to it. Winifred, do you remember what we needed to preheat our oven to?
450.
450 degrees.
I'm just gonna go ahead and put
Yeah, pour it on in. Clark, mix your oil and your water together. And so do you remember how many, what I told you, how much oil and water there are in there?
3.
That's right, 1/3 cup of water and 1/3 cup of oil. And Winifred, what did you just put in the flour?
Salt.
And what are you going to do?
Whisk it with my hand.
That's right. And then once that's all done, Clark, what are you going to do?
This is it. Stop.
Wait, it's all mixed up. Good job.
Put the oil mixed into the water.
Yeah, so put it on in there.
But it gets all yucky and droopy.
And so the thing when we're working to make unleavened bread is that we actually have to work a little quickly, because you need to get this all shaped out and put in the oven before it starts to rise, because the rising part is the leaven part. Leaven is anything that makes it rise, and so we're not adding yeast, we're not adding baking soda or a sourdough starter or anything like that that would make it rise. But
So it can rise without it.
yeah, the bacteria, the enzymes, the good things in the flour actually do some of that on their own already. So you guys can dip your fingers in there and then spread the flour all over your hands. Good. And then what are we going to do?
Mix it.
All right. So when you work on this side, Clark, you work on that side. And let's see if we can work together to mix this all up with your fingers.
Ew. This is disgusting.
It is now, but it winds up working out pretty well, right?
Right. We've never done this before.
No, but we've made dough before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I think take the dough.
So this is like the matzah that we get from the box, the big squares. It's kind of like that, but I think we're going to make ours round. Whether you make it round or square, it doesn't really matter. I think it's probably easier to make it round. I'll show you guys a trick to do that. How's it coming?
Good.
How's it coming, Clark?
Sort of, yeah. Well, it's not really sticking to your fingers anymore.
All right, so get all that stuff off of your fingers.
Well, I'll try at least.
Get as much off of your fingers as you can.
Yeah, mine is mostly just flour.
I'm going to take my ring off.
I'm just going to mix this a little.
Can you get it all off your fingers now, please, Wayne?
You don't really have to wash your hands right after this because there's going to be lots more steps.
All right, I'm going to get my hands in there too.
Everybody can get their hands messy today.
So we're going to need a bit more water to get this finished mixed up for us. The important thing to always remember...
This is kind of like making slime. I'm making slime today.
It's not at all like making slime, actually.
Well, it's like you have to mix it around with your hands. That's one step of making slime.
Oh, I see.
And we play with it with our hands. Yeah, so this is kind of like playing with it. Soon we're gonna have to get this in. Me and Clark
Well, the important thing to remember when you're making dough is that you can always add more liquid, but you can't take any away.
Well, you're about eating the liquid.
So now that that's all mixed, we've got to knead it together.
I want to help knead it together. Can I help knead it together?
And so we've got a bit of flour on the surface.
I want to help with
We're
this
going
part.
to get
This looks fun.
our dough.
This is like one of my favorite parts of baking. Like you have to put it on the table.
Out
I want to help with
and
this.
on the surface. And then we've got to knead it out. So when you can do one knead, Clark, you can do another knead.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I'm going to take over, okay?
Yeah, I have no clue what kneading is.
Remember, kneading is when you fold it into itself.
Oh yeah, I know how to knead. I didn't really knead it.
Use your palms
I don't remember.
to
Can I?
push down.
Oh yeah.
So I got that started for you.
Now.
Just let your sister do it first, bud. So before you start folding it again, you've got to really push it all together. So
Whatever's left, you can play with.
get right over top of it. There's actually isn't anything left.
It looks like
All right,
this.
Clark, go ahead and try.
You don't really have to wash your hands after this. I'm gonna try this once we're done. When it's cooked. You can actually just try it right away.
Good job.
But you shouldn't.
And so we knead it up. Like I said, we've got to try and move
The
quickly.
dough so that it doesn't rise at all, because you don't want it rising. Because it can't really rise that much without the yeast.
And so this is the same kind of bread that they would have made in Egypt.
In the past. Is it called the past?
Passover? Yes, the past and the present and the future. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is future?
Future is things that haven't happened yet. And so, what can you guys tell me about the story of Passover in Egypt?
I don't really know.
That's not true.
I don't remember.
We talk about it all the time. So, who made the Hebrew people slaves?
Moses.
No, he didn't make them slaves. He helped free them. Who made them slaves?
A Pharaoh.
That's right, Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so,
And the old Pharaoh was good, but the other Pharaoh was bad.
that's right. And so,
You don't want to.
what did God ask Moses to do, Clark?
When he was
What did God ask Moses to do, Clark?
Feed them.
That's right. Do you remember how he talked to Moses?
No.
What was burning?
By a burning bush.
That's right, by a burning bush. That's cool. Have you ever seen a burning bush before?
Nope. No.
Me neither. Do you think it would be cool to see a burning bush?
The story is called. The second story of Moses is called the burning bush.
Do you think it would be cool to see a burning bush?
Oh yeah. Wait, did you guys make Moses?
Yes, we did make a Moses. He had green.
Yeah, but he wasn't actually green in most of the stories.
Well, don't really know for sure what color he would have worn, but it would have been very hard back then to dye clothes. So like how we've got lots of different colors on our clothing.
Yeah.
It was a lot harder for them to do it. And so when you have stories like Joseph, and his dad gave him a fancy coat, and had lots of colors on it, that was a pretty big deal because it was really hard for them to dye their clothes. It wasn't as easy as it is for us.
Like they couldn't just, while they were making it, they couldn't just like do dabs and glue and sprinkles.
Now we've got...
So all the clothes were mostly white.
We've got our dough.
I think Moses' clothes were white. I think they were like gray. Yeah, that might be.
Can you do one cut in right in half? Go right there.
Just, can we touch it? I want it to be like...
Clark, can you go this way?
Okay. Yeah.
Our bench scraper makes a really good dough cutter. So now we've got 4 pieces.
And it's 3 of us. And we have 2 hands. Well, Rain isn't really going to have any, so
we'll...
just going to cut it up a little more so that everybody...
Cut those big ones into smaller ones. And so you can make bigger ones by making 6, or you can make ones that are a little bit smaller and make 8. Can you guys roll these into circles?
Yep.
Watch this. Cast iron skillet, circle.
I can't. With a pan? Magic.
Press down. Flat.
What? What's I want to try.
And then,
what symbol is that? Wait, I want to try doing that too.
You will. And then we've got to take
fingers and addition around, and then we got to take it.
Press it out a little bit more.
Oh yeah! Maybe who did this one?
Get it nice and flat. And then the fork. The fork's important. You've got to put...
Why do you have to do that?
Well...
You don't have to if you don't
No,
want.
actually you do. That's why I said this is important. Because you have to do it.
Why?
Because putting fork marks in it like this, these little holes, actually helps to make sure that it's all cooked evenly. And so we put the little holes in it, throw it onto our parchment paper.
It's almost done. For me.
You both can do the last one. Good job. So we are done. Good work. So we've got our dough done. We're gonna pop it in our oven.
Well, I don't think the golden bread is very soon.
Right like that.
It's gonna be in there for 40.
So you bake in there for about anywhere from 8 to like 16 minutes. Whenever it's done, you'll know that it's done when you get a bit of a golden color and you get some char marks. You want to get some char marks on there. That's really important as well. Can you turn the water off for a sec?
Okay.
Thank you. I'm glad you're washing your hands, but we're just trying to do a video here. And so, whether you want to make your own bread, buy your own matzah, or use whatever you have around the house, we are inviting you to join us on Friday to celebrate Good Friday with our Easter experience. You will be getting an email today about that as well if you're on our email list. If you're not and you want to be, head over to parkwaychurch.ca and you will be able to find a link to jump on there. And on Thursday, you'll get the sheet. We will send you an email and post it on our social media for our Dropbox link to be able to download that. You can have it on your phone, your tablet, your computer, print it out. There is going to be some links on there for YouTube songs, and so having it ready on your computer is great. Read it through, get ready, and then join us on Friday. My family will be posting a video on Friday of us walking through those stations and that experience. If you've ever joined us for Good Friday in the past, you would know that we always do family-friendly stations at our church, walking through elements of Easter together. Obviously, we can't do that this year, and so this is what we as a church have decided to do to stay connected, stay together, and still celebrate the most important time of the year for us, celebrating Jesus' death and resurrection. So hopefully you're able to join us with that as well. So we'll see you then. Thanks for joining us, Monkey Barrel and everyone else. We love making these videos for you. If you've decided to make your own unleavened bread, let us know how it goes. I will be posting a link along with this video clip of the recipe that we use. So let us know how it turns out. Maybe take a picture and show us. We'd love to see it. All right, thanks guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.